This video is going to give you a brief overview of our Lumen learning environment for Math 110. So when you log into Lumen, where I always want you to start off looking is in the current week announcements, and that's where I'll post important information, or I'll post, maybe summary of topics that we've covered in class. Right now is the welcome announcement for this class. And so I'm not going to read through this whole thing for you. I want you to do that, but I do want to bring your attention that this is a 3-credit college level math class. So we'll spend 3 hours in the classroom for lectures, and then it's expected that you'll spend between 2 and 3 hours per week outside of the classroom. That is how college credit courses are sort of determined based upon how much time you're expected to spend outside of class. And so I do expect you to read the textbook. There are lesson videos that are embedded right within the course. We have in-person quizzes, and just know that those are timed quizzes, and if you're not practicing problems, you may have difficulty being able to do those independently and completing within the allotted time if you're not practicing enough. In a prior message, I told you that you're going to need to download Microsoft 365. It is not sufficient to use the web version. And so even if you think that you have it installed, when you log into your My DCC account, typically, unless you've installed the actual app, you're just accessing the web version on the SharePoint. The other common mistake that students make is that they do not watch these videos on how to install Solver. Many times students will install a copycat version of Solver, which is not sufficient for this class. So please make sure you take the time. These are very short videos, and make sure that you install them correctly. Okay, I've got some information about the Math and Science Center here, and then I've also have here is a summary of all of the due dates for class, for this class. So these may change slightly depending upon how we progress in class, and but this gives you an idea as to how the class is set up. Please do note that I have 2 different sections of Math 110 within this single Lumen class. So when you see a quiz on Tuesday and Wednesday, know that if you're in the Monday-Wednesday class, that you only have a quiz on Wednesday. If you're in the Tuesday-Thursday class, that's when you have your quiz on that Tuesday. So I do realize that not everybody has class on Tuesday, Wednesday. For exams, I've tried to indicate that, you can see here on the 23rd, exam 1 is for the Tuesday-Thursday class on Tuesday, and exam 1 is on the 24th is for the Monday-Wednesday class. Okay. So these little triangles here, if you click on them, they will expand or collapse a folder. So there's a bunch of folders here. The next folder I want to take you to these course documents. What you'll see here is the syllabus, and again, I have 2 separate syllabi for the Monday-Wednesday class versus the Tuesday-Thursday class. So please do read through those in detail. Again, here's the similar information as before in the opening announcement on how to install Microsoft 365 and also installing Solver. Okay, what you'll see here is the syllabus quiz, and when you're working on assignments, you'll see this little indicator that if you hover over it, will give you a summary of what you've done. So here, I've already started the syllabus quiz here. You'll also notice this late pass. I do issue 10 late passes for this class, and what they do is they only extend the due date 24 hours beyond the original due date, and there's a 20% penalty for that. You will be having to take screenshots and embed them in Lumen in this class. So the instructions are here. Just please make sure that you practice that. So I'll come back to the syllabus quiz in a second. There's a couple different ways to access assignments. Sometimes you can access them, well, always you can access them within the folders, but you can also access them within the course calendar, and I'll go through that in a second. I have here how to get help in this class. So here's my office hours laid out here. Please do note that I also teach at the Hudson Valley Regional Airport for the commercial pilot students. So when you see AEB on here, it means that I'm not on the main campus. I'm actually at I have office hours down at the airport as well. Okay. The best way to contact me is through Lumen, through messaging. I do also have my Outlook email, but I tend to not answer emails as quickly there. And if you message me through Lumen, it helps me to identify which class that you're in, because it will send me your message through the Lumen messaging system, which automatically will tell me if you're enrolled in this class. So I'll know what class that you are in. Okay. I do also want to note that after, as I add announcements to this current week folder, I will move the old announcement to this prior week folder. So you'll always have access to, all the prior announcements within the class if you want to go back and refer to them. You will see here that we have 5 chapters that we're covering in this class, and if you click on them, you can drill down into these subfolders, and you'll see section 1.1 here. This is our textbook. So each section is set up the same. If you click on that link there, that is the textbook, and you'll see embedded videos, example problems, etc. So that is a good resource that you should be taking advantage of. I typically do post my completed notes, and then I have videos that go along with, I'm currently in the process of reconstructing this, but I've got videos that go along with class notes here. All right, then if you page down, you can see you can always access homework assignments from within the subfolders, and then I'll show you another way to access them as well. All right, if you go up to the course calendar here, you can read through this. There's a bunch of ways. Just familiarize yourself with working with the calendar. By default, I have it show 2 weeks at a time. And you'll notice like August 24th, you can see it's sort of like a slight color orange or pink background. That's because I'm actually on August 24th. Down below here, any posts that are on the calendar on that date will show up here with live links, so it will take you automatically to here, for instance, to the syllabus. So if you want to go back to the main screen, you're just going to click here on the course name. Okay. Then if you click show all, it will show all of the due dates within this 2-week period. And you can access any of those links directly from that menu. Sometimes this is a little glitchy here, but you should be able to, there we go, change the number of weeks that you want to see. If you want to see the entire class here, just click on 17 weeks. You can see all the way through our final exams are posted here. And again, if you click show all, it'll give you a chronological order of all the due dates for class. I like to just keep it on 2 weeks at a time, and then you want to just click on the current date. All right. So what I've also done is, if you start like digging into folders, sometimes it can become a little bit messy within Lumen. So what I've done here is I've included these quick links on the left-hand margin here. There's also links up here at the top to gradebook, messages, etc. But these quick links will directly take you to any of these folders that I have here. So you can see I clicked on chapter 1, and then it'll directly go there. Again, if you want to get back to the main screen, the starting screen, click on the name of the class. All right, so then I want to show you here in messages. If you click on messages, you'll see that you'll have a notification like other notification systems on your phone and whatnot. And this is where I will be communicating with you, and I ask that you communicate with me through that as well. And send a message. Okay. So always be checking there to see if I've sent messages individually to you or for the entire class. So let me go here now to, I'm going to click here to the syllabus quiz. and I can access any assignment right here from the calendar or within the folder. What I've tried to do is embed the important information for each assignment in this the summary section before an assignment. So you want to page down, and I'm going to resume here. Okay, and you'll see up here, if you click on this drop-down menu, instructions, you'll see all the different questions, the number of questions, how many points they are, and you can quickly see, like here on question 1, I've got a green check mark. When you submit a question, it'll immediately tell you if you got it correct or not. So this green box tells me that I have a correct answer. If I go down to question 7 here, for instance, I got this incorrect, so there's a red box. I've got this set up to, after 2 tries, it will show you the answer here. So this little key here is the answer key. And then what you can do is get a similar question to answer here. So this would be x equals 3, y equals -3. And then here x equals 4 and -2. And you can complete, you can get similar questions to try questions that you got incorrect and feasibly get 100 on every assignment. When you come up here, you'll be able to see, like I said, get similar questions, and you should be able to, at some point, see all your prior tries. But you can see here also, it says message instructor. So if you have questions on a particular question, if you message me, it will automatically embed which question you had issue with, and I'll be able to see that directly. That's the best way to ask me questions on that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to, oops. If I go to the gradebook here, you can either access the gradebook up here or from the left-hand margin. And if you go to the gradebook, you'll see all the assignments here. You'll see how many points they are, and you'll see your grades. So here's the syllabus quiz that I was doing. If you notice here on the right-hand column, if I've left you feedback, you'll see a little clickable link here to see the feedback that I left. And you will be able to just see, if I've given you any advice on materials to access, or just, feedback on what I noticed within your assignment. And then down here, what you'll see is this is your weighted average. So once we start populating this, I'll have your exams will be in there, but this is where all of your grades will be contained, and at the end of the semester will reflect your weighted average. Okay. I think that is it for now, and please do let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you all in person.